Hello everyone, welcome to SpeedGaming 4, and this is the latest edition of the No Cape No Star World Super Mario World Winter 2020 tournament. I guess it should say Winter 2019 and Spring 2020, I don't know. My name's Shadyforce and I'm joined here by Dabs. How you doing, buddy? Okay, I think we're just waiting on I think Dabs will be here shortly. Anyway, the runners are just getting ready in SRL, so we should be starting in a minute or two. Okay, and it looks like we're off. We're just waiting on Dabs to sort out some technical problems. He'll join us shortly. In the meantime, the race has begun, and this is a key race between LostC0re and Marcelo. LostC0re from America, Marcelo from Brazil. And incidentally, if you wish to watch the race in Portuguese, I believe it is on SpeedGaming Portuguese with Portuguese commentary. If you want to watch it there. Meanwhile, here we'll have English commentary. So this is going to be a pretty exciting race. Marcelo is one of the best Super Mario runners from Brazil. Doesn't necessarily specialize in no cape categories. He's a very good no Star World runner. Hasn't put as much time into no cape no Star World, but he's still very good. LostC0re, on the other hand, is exceptional at this category. Recently posted a PB, which is only a second or two short of the world record, and he's been grinding hard at this category, and he'll be looking to set a world record soon on his own runs, if not in the tournament. But this should be a really good race. We should expect, hopefully expect it to be fairly close. So we're in Yoshi's Island 3. Can be a very tricky level when you're starting out, but these guys will have done it literally thousands of times. So at this stage, the muscle memory is quite strong. Spending plenty of time on the brown platforms, getting the 259. We don't expect to see too much exciting happening in World 1. It's just a matter of shaking out any nerves they might have, any race nerves. Now, the interesting thing about this race is that LostC0re has won both of his races so far. Blue Saint is also in this group with 2 wins and 1 loss, and Marcelo has 1 win and 1 loss. So if Marcelo were to win this race, that would make it a 3-way tie at the top of the group, and then we're going to need some sort of tiebreaker. So that would be pretty exciting if that happened. On the other hand, if LostC0re does win, then LostC0re is winning the group, and Blue Saint will be in second place, and Marcelo, unfortunately, will be knocked out.
Hey, yo, we got it working now. We're good.
Excellent. Welcome.
Sorry about that. That was weird. You had to resend me an invite, and yeah, it works now. That was weird. Anyway.
Well, you haven't missed too
Castle.
much. None of them have really put a foot wrong. Both of them got a 281. Spent minimal time on the nets, and here we are in the auto scroller in Castle 1.
Yeah, very nice. Both with a 241. That's what you want to see.
So what do you think, Dabs? What do you think the odds are of a world record in this race?
It's quite possible. I will say that. In a race setting, though, it is tough because it's very reset heavy, this category.
Yeah, for sure.
But
It's a category you definitely see a lot of deaths, even among top runners, just because there's a couple of tight jumps in various places, and you can, if you put a foot wrong, you can just die, and then that's a 50
almost just
second or
about like
more time.
every world has a tough level, and it's anything could happen. This is one of my favorite levels, no cape though, DP1.
Yeah, like World 1 is the same in pretty much every category, whether you're picking up a cape or not, but then it suddenly becomes very different in this level. And you just jump straight over this guy who normally provides you with a nice handy cape. And now it's quite an interesting platforming level. You see slightly different strats. LostC0re doing a lot of normal jumps, Marcelo doing spin jumps. Okay, maybe I was a little bit behind. I've just refreshed, so hopefully I'll be up to speed now.
Ooh, Marcelo right there taking a little hit after grabbing the P-switch. Yeah, I think they're still not synced on my side either.
You're way ahead of me. How is that? Dabs, are you watching the commentary restream?
Oh yeah, I am for sure.
So that's why you're so ahead. Let me send you the link.
Wait, I'm watching. I'm like on the SG commentary stream. That's what you're on, right?
Yeah. So
Yep,
LostC0re just goes into room 2 of the ghost house. So LostC0re with a bit of an early lead, and he's also got his fire flower. Now it's not a huge time loss because Marcel is going to be able to pick up the flower for a minimal time in Donut Plains 4. But LostC0re could also pick up a second flower on that level, which is very good as a safety. We're into Donut Plains 3 here, which has killed so many runs. Very difficult level. LostC0re is going to be doing the most difficult strat. And I didn't see what happened because the stream froze a little bit for me, but he's still alive.
Oh, there we go. We're synced now.
Okay, cool. So Marcelo, he had a little bit of an accident. He hit the message block, and that threw him off completely. So he lost P-speed, and now he's kind of going to casual to the halfway.
Oh
no, he didn't.
No. Yeah, okay.
He didn't make the jump. That's really brutal.
That's still, yeah, that's not good.
Just before the halfway, he's going to have to do the level again. But hopefully we'll see him do it better this time.
With LostC0re entering DP4.
Going for the blue shell strat.
Yeah.
This is quite a cool strat, and you don't see too many people do it.
Oh, I think
that is not where you want to put the blue shell.
Yeah, that's gonna kill it.
Oh well, he's gonna go back to the backup flower strat now. This is a bit scary. He's a little bit off cycle here. Oh, he's done a little scroll just to get the hammer bro at the end.
Yeah, this is really rough when you go off script on this level. A lot of things are out of place, but good recovery there for him.
Marcelo must have taken another death. Oh, and
another
didn't make
one.
that jump either. That's really rough. Well, this is why
DP3 is the hardest level.
Showing DP3 on a tombstone. This is the kind of level. So yeah, LostC0re will have actually had quite a shaky Donut Plains 4 by his standards. And this, we'll see how much this puts him off, because
Oh, the wall
probably at
jump.
this stage, world record is
What?
probably.
He got the. Did he just get the early cycle? Wait, what?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
What the? I don't think it saved any time, but that was swag.
I don't actually know an awful lot about that. I haven't really seen it done much.
Wow,
I
he
guess you
just
have to carry on and get another tricky skip just to make full cycle. Still gets a 337 door, which is very impressive. Okay, you need 2 wall jumps to save the full cycle.
Yeah.
And
Good
that
castle.
is 2 too many.
Very nice castle. Marcelo out of DP3, going through DP4.
Ooh, loses P-speed a little there.
Yeah,
Gonna have to take it a
LostC0re.
little bit slowly.
LostC0re is going to now have a little bit of a lead coming out of World 2. Well, let's see if Marcelo grabs his Fire Flower here.
Oh, he's going for the star strat. Yeah,
Yeah, star.
this is an interesting safety choice. Although I'm not sure I agree with it, because you need a flower for Castle 2 and later on Castle 4. But I mean, maybe it's
There's
the only
plenty to
strat he
grab.
knows.
Also, he is big, so he could be fine. There's the one right at the beginning of VD1. There's a couple to grab, but yeah, you really want it for Morton as well. LostC0re entering Vanilla Secret 1.
Marcelo took a little bit of a hit in the castle, but it doesn't make a huge difference because it wasn't the flower he was losing. So as long as he plays it safe, he should be okay. That's a really impressive.
Very nice VS1. Yeah.
It's an 81 pipe. That's amazing. It can't be overstated how difficult that is. Like, that's like IL grind type performance there. Because most people, even if they play a fairly clean level, they're going to get a 79 pipe.
Ooh, okay, Marcelo made the cycle there.
Didn't quite make use of his spring, but
yeah,
he made it up, and that's the most important.
get rid of it at that point.
So the level LostC0re is in now, Vanilla Secret 2, is a little bit of a tricky level. A lot of regrab jumps to get the right bounces on those Koopas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes quite a bit of time to learn at first.
He makes easy work of it, though.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the hardest level compared to a lot of other things, but it takes a long time to get it down when you're first learning it.
Carries that shell at the end there to kill the Chuck, so save some lag frames. Eats the dolphin.
Yeah, LostC0re has a really cool strat that few people do.
Very
you eat
nice.
the dolphin, and it makes it slightly easier to get the P-speed cycle here without having to do a left-right at the start. So it saves a couple of frames. I don't think there's any other reason to eat dolphins in this level apart from that the ability to avoid a left-right at the start.
63 pipe, very nice. Marcelo going to grab the fire and V.
Oh dear! And now he can't get.
I don't know what you do here.
He's trying to respawn. He got the red Koopa. He's trying to respawn something so he can get his flower.
Okay. So you're just gonna ditch? Yeah. Okay. See you later, Yosh.
Yeah, I know you don't
really need him for the next level. Yeah.
But it makes it easier because the first dolphin can get in your way.
So he kills that shell. He's not going to be doing the shell jump strat, it looks like. Probably just... Oh, come on. Going to probably be taking the vines. Yep, okay.
Oh, a little bit scary.
Wow, got a duck there.
Oh, and he lost his flower there.
Yeah, that's
he should grab his mushroom so he can get his flower in the next level. Oh, okay.
Oh, boy. Grab the spring.
This is bad now. Yeah, he should be grabbing the spring so he can get a mushroom to get a flower in the next level.
I
But
haven't been grabbing the spring, but now I do.
yeah, because it saves like 14 seconds, 15 in Ludwig's castle just having a flower.
Very nice Reznor fight by LostC0re as well.
Yeah, a bit of a boring water level, the fortress, but then the Reznor fight at the end can be quite tough. The fireball spawns are kind of essentially random, and you have to react well to them.
He is now entering our favorite level, BB1. Get your Pog champs out.
I always like to see people who goof around in this level to get punished by losing Yoshi or something. Because I feel like you should play it safe. Yeah, Marcelo having a bit of a rough time in VS2 here. He lost Yoshi, and without the protection of Yoshi as small Mario, it's really dangerous.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, this is
a little off script again.
this is what happens when you don't get P-speed and you don't get all the correct bounces. It's like it is a bit of a nightmare level.
Koopas everywhere.
So you'll see Marcel get a lot more lag at the end of this level than LostC0re did because he doesn't carry the shell in Yoshi's mouth.
Nothing too
It's
crazy,
just a
but
frame or
yeah,
two, but
yeah,
yeah,
very
it's not
minimal.
huge,
Yeah. LostC0re almost done with BB1 here, while Marcelo entering VS2 or 3. Sorry.
I didn't quite get P-speed there either. He jumped a little bit early.
Can regain it right back here and be right back on script if all goes well. All right. Missed the platforms though, yeah.
Yeah, doing a little bit of a swim of shame here. It's going to be a lengthy one. He's not going to get the 63 pipe that LostC0re did.
Almost 53.
Yeah, LostC0re extending
a lot of
his
time
lead.
in that level. Yeah, with when you mess it up just a little bit. He even got like P-speed halfway through it still the rest of the way.
Butterbridge 2 is an interesting level, like unlike Butterbridge 1, because it's a bit of an interesting platformer, and then you grab a blue shell here, and if your timing is right, you get the blue shell and you can fly over the rest of the level. If you don't miss the blue shell or you don't have a Yoshi, it can be really difficult. It's very hard to keep your power-ups all the way to the end. But LostC0re having no trouble. If it goes to plan, it's on the easy side, for sure. Marcelo showing us that cape that we're not allowed to grab in the fort. Ludwig's Castle is quite an interesting one. There's a lot of different strats that people can do. LostC0re doing the single left scroll. I'm not sure this is to plan, actually. It might be. It seems like he messed up the timing a little bit and then had to do the wait on the first enemy anyway. So I think he will have lost a teeny little bit of time there. Marcelo having no trouble with Reznor. And LostC0re getting under the Podoboos in that room.
Yeah,
Can
he
be quite
definitely lost an
dangerous.
in-game second there.
Yeah, an in-game second plus the time it took to scroll, which didn't actually help him beat the cycle. Still had very good nets room, and still gets a 250 door, which like for most people is pretty good.
And keeping fire during Ludwig is what you want.
He's actually got both flowers, so he doesn't need to pick up one Forest of Illusion 1. You'll want to keep both flowers because you want to use one for a damage boost in Castle 5 and use the other to get the fast kill on Roy. So LostC0re in a cutscene and Marcelo in a very slow auto-scroller. Chance to take a breather. So I wonder if LostC0re is going to go for Forest Wings. It's not something he does in his world record attempts. And I don't know whether he's watching the race, whether he knows he has quite a big lead or not. So I expect he won't, but it is a bit of a
That
possibility.
would be hype.
I think he generally does not watch restreams for his races. So he likes to just focus on his own race and not know where the other person is. So he doesn't know how close this race is or not. So for that reason, he's probably not going to go for it.
Nice forest one.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. Not having to grab a backup flower and getting the slightly luck based jump on the hammer bro at the end.
And now we have Yoshi clips.
Yeah, this is one of the worst parts of any run, especially at a high level, because even if you manipulate the subpixel correctly, which you did, and you clip into the wall,
Very
you can
nice.
still get knocked out 25% of the time. But LostC0re gets out first time. It clips into the wall first try. So no hiccups here. Solo having a I was saying a little bit of a scary start to Boulder Bridge too, and now we're going to see how painful this level is without a Yoshi, because he's not going to be able to fly over the second half.
Yeah,
it's not
small
too hard.
Now he wants his checkpoint here.
You can get the halfway. One good strategy to do is to scroll right, because it means the random red caped Koopas spawn. Their spawns are less painful if you've scrolled the screen right. But he's going to carry on. I'd probably take it a little bit safe.
Boy, that is scary.
This is really spooky. Oh dear. Okay. Well, he's got the halfway, so he can give it another go.
Though, yeah.
I don't know if he's going to go back for Yoshi.
No, he's gonna go move on forward here. Yeah, really scrolling the screen forward here does make it a lot easier.
It's probably a backup he hasn't particularly practiced. And if you haven't practiced it, it's really difficult. You see LostC0re doing an alternate strat.
There we go, Marcel taking another death there. All right, Marcelo almost at the end of the level. While LostC0re rides the snake block.
How did we ever beat this level casually when we were kids? That's what I want to know.
Wow, Marcelo makes it already. As you can see, that level without a Yoshi is quite annoying, and without knowing the proper strat to it, because it can be a real pain.
So you see, LostC0re here scrolled the screen right to manipulate some of the fireball spawns. And he's going to do a damage boost here, but he's going to attempt to grab his reserve flower. And if he jumps early enough, yeah, he makes it. So he's going to keep this all the way to the end and use this to get the quick kill on Roy.
He got the early P-speed there, too, off the snake block, it looked like. Very nice, Rose Castle.
Guess the 230 red door. Quite good. Yeah, just a reminder that if you want to watch this race with Portuguese commentary, you can see it on SpeedGaming Portuguese. The link is in the chat.
As you have Marcelo climbing up those nets. See how he doesn't have the fire here now, so the fight's going to be a little bit longer than LostC0re's as Ludwig goes into his shell cycle. He is going to be wanting to go for a cycle skip here, and we'll see if he gets it by hitting Ludwig midair. Believe he got it there. Yep, there you go. Very nice.
Yeah, saves quite a bit of time over getting the extra long cycles, but unfortunately still loses quite a bit of time to the flower kill. LostC0re going into one of my favorite levels, Chocolate Island 1. It's just a pure platforming level where you have to memorize the route and jump at the right time. Yeah, I guess the 265 pipe, really strong ending.
Yeah, very nice. Pulls nothing out of the pipe. 262 gold tape, that's very nice.
So Marcelo starting first one, while LostC0re goes into the Ghost House, which is the second level in Chocolate Island. So it'll be interesting to see now whether LostC0re does the damage boost in room 2 of this Ghost House, or whether he does the scroll strat to try and keep his power up so
All
that he
the
can
way
do a
through,
more
yeah.
aggressive, faster strat in Choco Secret room 1. Gets the quick door. It's very good. Okay, yeah, he's doing the damage boost here. Something that I'm a big fan of.
Marcelo lost his P-speed there in FY1. Got both flowers, though. See what he does here.
Yeah, having a little bit of trouble at the end. This is what happens a lot, especially if you are a little bit unlucky and get knocked off the hammer by the hammer bro. That can be what it looks like. Interesting to see LostC0re do the slightly safer room 1 here in Chocolate
Go over
Island
the top
2.
there, yeah.
Yeah, and he gets the 290 pipe. You can get a 291 if you go a little bit more aggressive. Very clean room 2 though. There's a couple of different ways you can do the endings here. Generally, a lot of people will run under both chucks, which is what we see LostC0re do.
We'll have Marcelo going for a Yoshi flip now.
Yeah, Marcelo gets a first try as well. Very nice. Yeah, that's a good point. Just to point out that this is the last race in the group stages. So once this race is being complete, then we will be into the bracket stages. We'll just have to wait for the seeding to be finalized, and then we'll have our lineups for the bracket stage. The top 2 in each group go through.
Wow, 59 pipe. Nice. I think you can get a 60 there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I suspect you can get a 60 or even a 61 there if you go for the faster strat in room 1. It might be possible to get a 60 with the intermediate strat, but it's a very difficult room to do fast.
You gotta watch out for that second to last slope there too in the end of room 3.
Marcelo having a little bit of difficulty in Forest 3. Now, if you're consistent with your speed throughout the level, then you will get consistent bubbles. But if you're a little bit off script, then the bubbles spawn at different times, and they can be really dangerous because they kill your momentum and they can send you straight into the nearest pit.
A little scary ending there for Marcelo.
Yeah, it was almost like he was going for the Goomba bounce, and then he did it late and went to the wrong.
Yeah, yep, wrong Goomba.
So Castle 6 is one of my favorite levels in any category. It's fun in this category. It's fun if you have a cape, and it's quite difficult. You saw him do the damage boost against the Podoboo to get past the first crusher.
Very
to make
nice
the fast cycle.
Wow.
Gonna see if he can keep P-speed through the room 2 here now.
Little left right on that other platform, so you can just wait for those platforms to move up a little bit. Yeah.
Everyone has a different P-speed strat there. Everyone does something slightly different. It's quite interesting. But the idea is that you delay a bit for the ceiling to be high enough for you to make it.
Just so you can get extra jumping height. Ooh, that's...
Well, this is interesting. Because we saw him take a damage boost, we're probably going to see him swim through the Podoboo, the boo ring, in...
He can grab the mushroom for backup, which I might suspect he's going to go for, just because it's a race.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good point.
But...
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, but I was going to say that he definitely knows how to swim through the boo ring, so we'll see what he goes for.
Marcelo did collect his backup flower, but he had a little bit of a scary ending where he lost P-speed, and he ended up losing his other flower towards the end. But to be honest, when you lose P-speed, just making it to the end without dying is a bit of a result. It's really scary if you're off script.
So LostC0re now entering Sunken Ghost Ship. Let's see what he goes for here. Looks like he's going to swim right over that block, so he's going to go attempting swimming through the boo rings. Very tough if you don't know the strat, or it's just very tight.
The first boo ring he's going to encounter, you actually want to just swim along the floor, about one tile off the floor, and if you keep swimming horizontally, you get past it. And swimming up through the boo ring is not as hard as it seems because you can go really fast upwards. But the next boo ring is really difficult, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he does it.
Yeah, you have to delay a little bit and like, yeah, it's very tough, and then slowly fall down as well.
So he's staying, yeah, a little bit scary, but I think he knew what he was doing.
Did seem a little high, yeah.
A little bit of a delay,
little
and
delay
then he
there,
swims through. Very nice. Marcelo having a little bit of a scary Choco Island 1. Oh my god, I thought that Dino Rhino was going to kill him. But he's made it through.
Yeah, getting to those boo rings is a lot harder than it looks. LostC0re going ahead and grabbing his orb.
Marcelo grabs the spring at the end of CI1 so that he has his mushroom for the damage boost here in room 2 of the Ghost House. Hopefully he manages to keep it the whole way. LostC0re coming up to one of the best, most difficult levels in the run. Valley Bowser 1. The P-speed strat here can be quite difficult. He's going to deliberately walk off the back of that second mole so that he can jump underneath the next mole and keep his P-speed. Whereas all the rest of the moles he's going to jump off because he wants to not lose any time. This is really good so far, really clean. This is the 362 pipe. That's amazing. That's really impressive.
Wow, that is clean.
LostC0re showing us why he's a boss, why he's a world record contender in this tournament. So coming up to Valley Bowser 2, LostC0re would have hesitated a little bit. Most people do a left-right in order to get onto the first yellow block, and he's got a nice P-speed strat through this room if he makes all the jumps. And now we're coming up to the sandbar room, which LostC0re is going to go for. If you spin jump into the ceiling within a 2-frame window, you will clip into the yellow sandbar and skip a whole cycle. Oh, just a little bit too early there.
Oof. Yeah, that's a...
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but he went for it for sure. Like he
Marcelo
wasn't
to the death right there at the beginning of Chocolate Secret. Right off the spring.
Oh yeah, sometimes if you just don't hold jump or you release jump a little bit too early, you just don't get any height and you just swim in the lava. It's a little bit silly. It's not a huge time loss, but it's just a little bit embarrassing. This one's a bit more annoying because he had gotten past the dangerous Chuck. And he just walked right into the next charging Chuck.
The Florators jump off that slope. Oh.
It'd be interesting to see if LostC0re goes for any more clips in this, because you can do a clip at the start of the next room as well. And at the end of this room, although they are quite risky and save much less time.
And the beginning of the next room.
yeah, the beginning of the next room as well.
Clips everywhere.
You may go... Well, I don't know if he'll go for that one in a race. It only saves like 2 seconds, maybe?
At this point, I think he just wants to finish the level.
Yeah,
so
again,
right over it.
he probably doesn't know where Marcelo is, so he has to factor in if Marcelo was on a really good run for Marcelo's standard. And Silver hasn't had the cleanest one. Sorry, LostC0re hasn't had the cleanest run with the death and sandbar, but otherwise it's like he's been like all the levels have been very good.
See, he scrolls the screen left there, so get those crushers on a different cycle so he can get past them right there right away and not have to wait a cycle. Keeps his P-speed here by going back and forth. Get under these next crushers. Keep P-speed throughout the whole fort. Very tough fort. Very nice.
Yeah, really nice forward from LostC0re. One of the more difficult levels in the run for sure. Marcelo was in Wendy's castle. Does the spin jump off the saw? Some people do that. I think it's about the same as just jumping over it.
Yeah, you still have to wait for the crusher anyway, so just a little.
There is a strat you can do where you jump under the saw, and it's called undersaw because we're not very imaginative in Mario community. But it's 2-frame window to jump. If you hold jump for 1 or 2 frames, you make it, and if you hold it for 3 or more frames, you die. So it's a little bit risky.
With LostC0re, the first runner entering Bowser here.
Yeah, on course for a low 35 right now, I think.
Yeah, right around like a 35, 15 to 17 it looked like. Marcelo finishing up Wendy's castle there.
Yeah, nice fast hit there from LostC0re. He's
That was
keeping
a nice phase 1.
yeah, keeping one of the Mecha Koopas for ball skip in phase 2. So you want to hit Bowser with the second hit as soon as he throws out the Mecha Koopa, but not before, because if he doesn't, you don't keep a Mecha Koopa then. If you hit him too early, picks up the backup mushroom and then immediately disposes of it.
Doesn't need that. Or we have Marcelo now entering Sunken Ghost Ship. With LostC0re going for his ball skip here.
Yeah, that looked very early, but like, I don't think it was too early.
Pretty sure it's good.
I think it was
looked a little early.
But it's another one where you wanna optimize it so that you're saving those frames. But if
That
you're
was
too
a very
early,
nice
you lose
phase, too.
loads of time.
Yeah, nice phase 2 there.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people, even very good runners, leave 3 or 4 seconds on the table in this Bowser fight, which is a lot of time. We work hard for those 3 or 4 seconds at a lot of other levels.
Here he goes now on his. That was a little scary. He only had to reset it there. Wow. See if he gets the fast.
Very nice. Get your GGs
Very
in for
nice.
LostC0re.
GG.
Yeah, you called it. 35-17.
Yeah. Very nice.
Impressive.
And I believe we have LostC0re with us now. What is going on?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man? GG's.
Thanks.
So yeah, how was that run? How did that feel?
Was okay.
Were you watching the restream at all, or no? You usually don't.
Nah, not unless I'm actually concerned about whether my opponent can beat me. No offense.
Yeah, Marcelo had a little bit of a couple of hiccups here and there. He's just finishing up Sunken Ghost Ship right there.
Yeah, we saw you get the nice 362 in Bob 1. That was really impressive.
Thanks.
A lot of the levels went really well. Just a shame about Sandbar and a few little bits. Donut Plains 4 was a little shaky, but it's mostly a very solid run.
Yeah, definitely good for a race. If I was actually watching a good opponent, I would be I would maybe have not done Sandbar and just taken a free 34.
Yeah, true, because that
win.
Sandbar death, yeah, cost 34 for sure there, but nonetheless, still a good race time at 35-17.
Yeah, that is one of the downsides of not watching the restream, that you don't know whether you're safe to go for Sandbar or not.
Yeah, during the bracket stage, I'll probably peek over at the Wendy's segment, see how it's going, decide then.
But you're looking good for the bracket stage. I think you're the only person who's got a 34 so far this tournament.
Yeah.
So you're carrying the first seed in. Marcelo managed to clip into the sandbar with multiple spin jumps. I think that's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, he missed the cycle though.
Yeah, like you'd never make it that way because you're not carrying enough speed. But it's still quite impressive that he didn't die, even though he spun
Just
jumped.
spam spin jump. Yeah, so this now ends the brackets, the group stage, I should say.
Yeah, it'll be
Gonna
interesting to see now who will be seated where in the brackets. So the way it's going to work is that everyone who finished first in their group will be seated ahead of everyone who finished second, and people will be ordered by the best time they got in the group stages. Now, many people only played 2 matches instead of 3 because of some forfeits or dropouts, or groups that didn't have 4 people to start with, and they'll be given an opportunity to set a better seed for them. I don't know when that opportunity will expire, but it'll probably be soon. And then the brackets seedings will be decided, and eventually we'll find out who we're facing in the next round.
Yeah. Marcelo there taking a little hit. Did he get Peace Speed back though? I guess he kept it, yeah. Ooh, takes that death though.
Yeah, I guarantee if you put a cape in Marcelo's hands, he'd get through this fort like flawlessly. I think a lot of his practice lately has been with No Star World with cape, where he's been posting some really good times. I don't think he can skip the cycle that way, however.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can, but not with that setup.
Not with that setup, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I haven't never made that cycle skip. Like, I've gotten really close, but not quite made it under the last crusher. It's only a matter of time before the No Cape No Star World world record requires it. Yeah, that was his last life, and I think that's a game over for Marcelo. So I think we're going to see him call it right there.
GG, Marcelo.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, Bob Ford will do that to you.
We've all been there, I think. Maybe not LostC0re, but the rest of us have all been there.
Oh, I've been there. Once upon a time, I was not this good at the game.
We can hardly believe it now. I don't think Marcelo's going to be joining us. He'll probably hop into the Portuguese restream and do an interview there in Portuguese, along with the Brazilian crowd.
Yeah, so LostC0re, you got anything else you want to add on that race?
Not really. I feel like I should have just skipped the Windy Midway in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the swim to the boo rings, which is very nice as well. Yeah, so you don't usually skip Wendy's checkpoint?
Or... I always skip it unless it's a race. If it's a race, I'll take it.
Very true, yeah.
Because nothing stings worse than skipping the Wendy Midway and then dying in the Wendy fight.
Oof.
Yeah, maybe tied with dying when you try to swim to the boo rings.
All right, well, I think that is going to do it for us here. LostC0re, GG again on the race. Like we said before, that moves you now. Well, it secures your spot, I guess. I think if you did lose that, there would be a 3-way tie in your group, right? I think, or was that somebody else's group?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So then, that now secures your spot. So.
Blue Saint thanks you for your win as well.
That is right.
So if I somehow slept in today and missed the scheduled time, we probably would have had a 3-way race instead.
Oh man, you've denied us the chance. We haven't had any.
Cheated us out.
We've been close in quite a few groups, and we have been debated in all of them.
Alrighty, so GG. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for the stream and for hosting the tournament. Shady, you got anything else you want to add?
No, just looking forward to seeing the bracket races when they happen. And thanks so
Yeah.
much for joining with me, Dabs.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely keep an eye out. There'll probably be, there's the Discord. Follow the runners as well. You can see it in chat. And yeah, everybody have a good day. GG's.
Take care of it.